asked me to go over the basket sizes and kind of what you can fit in each basket, and I thought that was a fabulous idea. She suggested a video, and that's exactly what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go over the basket sizes, the different styles of baskets that I carry in my shop, and show you guys what you could possibly use each basket for. I do list the measurements in each listing, but I do understand that it's a little bit hard to understand sometimes because the baskets could be maybe the same diameter or the same height, but they might be shaped a little bit differently. So each basket is handmade. These are African market baskets, so they're handmade in Ghana, and every single one is going to be different in some way, shape, or form. So, and in all of those ways, actually. So, I do understand that it is a little bit difficult to try to navigate just from pictures and whatnot. So I just wanted to kind of go over a few things with you guys and see if that helps a little bit. Okay, so I'm gonna go over the small round baskets first. These are small rounds. They are great for things like hats, mittens, smaller blankets, or maybe like the start of a sweater, that kind of thing, socks, etc. But even within that, there are different sizes within the small round baskets. So for example, this one here, now this is still a good size, but this one here is quite a bit bigger, and you can see that when they're side by side. So how I would measure these, because I think that that's important to know as well, how I would measure is the height of them from top to bottom. So this one is about 5 inches tall. That's how I would measure this one. Now in contrast to that, well, not much contrast. This one is about 5.5 inches tall, but the diameter is where the difference is and where it makes such a huge difference in what you can fit in it for this particular basket. So this diameter, so I just try to go straight across at the widest point. So it's about 9.25 for this one. This one here is about 11.25. And I know you guys can't read the numbers because it's a clear ruler, but just I'm showing you so that you know how I measure these. So this one, the diameter is a lot larger and you could fit a lot more in there. This one here, I would use probably for a pair of socks or a pair of mitts. So you can see in here I have a cake of yarn and a contrast color. You could easily fit the pattern and the needles in here as well. Now, if you guys want to see yarn for yarn, here are some skeins of yarn. So this here, I feel like I would consider this like a 2 skein basket for this guy here. But this one, I would consider it maybe a 3 or 4 skein basket. 3, definitely comfortably. You could even max it out at 4 or 5 in here. And there's still quite a bit more room. So, you know, for comparison here, you want to see these side by side. There's 2 skeins versus 3 skeins in here. I know it is hard to see on video. I understand that. Just trying to, you know, help a little bit kind of gain perspective on this stuff. So, yeah. So those are the round ones and how I measure them, etc. For an example, this guy here. Oh, where'd my ruler go? So this is a it's about 6 inches tall and about 10.5 wide. And then here I have a small blanket. This is a baby blanket. I have my notions pouch in here. I have my blanket in here. I don't hold all of the skeins of yarn in here just because they're kind of loosely wound and I think that it would just create a mess. So when I'm ready, I just add another skein, but it's fitting really nicely in here. It's not hard to take out. There's a lot of space, a lot of room in here. It's fingering weight yarn baby blanket. And then in this one here, and these are my personal baskets that I use all the time. I've kind of replaced a lot of my bags with these. So this one here is about 6 as well. And maybe about 10.5. And in this one, I'm housing some mitts, the ossify mitts. So I have my Plutalopi cake in there. I have my needles. I typically have my pattern in here as well. Yeah, and it fits very comfortably. I'm not squishing it in. I think, you know, that's kind of what you're going for. You want a little bit of extra room, but you don't want it to float around in there too much either, because then it might just pop out. I don't know. So that's what I like. I like a little bit of space, easy to pull in and out so it doesn't snag on the basket. These are baskets, so there are, you know, little twigs sticking out because they're handmade baskets. That's just how they are. So those are the small round market baskets, and yeah, and just how I measure them, kind of what they can fit. And I like the small ones for socks. I like the little bit bigger ones for the blankets and the mitts and whatnot, and even a sweater I could fit in there. But hopefully that is helping you guys out there. All right, so next I'm going to talk about the mini totes. So these are circular on the bottom for the most part, but then they come out up at the tops. So there's like an oval shape to them a little bit up at the top here, but then round bottom. I really love these to bring places with me because they're not as bulky as a round basket is. So you can see, like, this would fit really, really nice in my car when I'm, you know, my husband and I are driving somewhere and he's driving. I'll put this down just by my feet, and it doesn't take up too much leg space for me, but it will still hold a ton of yarn if you get a bigger basket. So to get perspective, when I order these, I don't really have a lot of say of what I get from these. So I get all sizes. Most of them fall in the medium range, but then you do have outliers, like this one here is a pretty small basket, and this one here. So this is the same thing that I'm ordering. When I ordered, I could get this or I could get this. But I mean, look at the size difference. It's huge. And I try to, you know, if I have outliers like this one, like this might be a little bit more, a couple dollars extra in the shop, and this one might be a couple dollars less in the shop, just to try to accommodate that. But that's a big difference when you're ordering things, and I understand the confusion, because if you're ordering this and expecting it to be this size, that's going to be a letdown. So I really do understand, and that's why I really try to put the measurements in there as accurately as I can. So when I measure the small mini totes, I measure them holding them up. And that what that allows is it allows the outside flaps to sit more correctly. You know, instead of being more open, I just feel like, oh, that sun, man. I just feel like it's a little bit better measurement of what you can fit in here if you're holding it. So that's how I measure these. So I'll start with this small one and show you. So I would measure the height of it. So this one is about 7 inches high. This one here in the same order is 9 inches high. That's a huge difference. But again, there's a purpose for each one of these, right? Like neither one of these, this one isn't any less important because it's a little bit smaller. Like I love this size to take with me. So then if I were to go across, so this is the other way that I measure it, is straight across from side to side. So that's 11. But then if I were to measure this guy here, he's a little wonky because he hasn't been washed yet, but it's well over 12 inches for this one. So I would normally hold it like this, but if you can see, like it's not fully once it's washed, it'll sit more like that. So this one is about 13 inches wide, so quite a bit different. So what can you fit in each one? This one here, I would do a small project like a hat or a pair of socks, something like that. In this one here, I would definitely be able to do a sweater, a scrappy blanket, anything like that. Like I can fit all of this in here. There's 5 skeins of yarn right there. No problem, with still a little extra room. So, but I would say that in general, most of the baskets are going to be about this size here, somewhere in between. So again, if I were to measure this one, it's about 7.5 by about 13. That's a good size basket, and it will hold a ton of stuff for you guys. So hopefully that helps. All right, one more thing that I wanted to go over because I'm just getting these brand new in the shop. They're not even listed yet. These are some oval baskets. They have a flat bottom. So with the mini totes, it's a circular bottom and it's not as hard on the bottom. So it might wobble a little bit, but it's a very hard oval bottom, similar to the feel of these here. So look at the size difference, same order, different sizes. So how I'm going to be measuring these is the same as the others. I'm going to be measuring the height. So this is about 6 inches. And in contrast to this one over here, it's about 7 inches. So it's about an inch taller. And then I would be measuring the length, which is about 10 3/4. And this length here is probably about 13. I would obviously have a better measurement. I'm just using my whole ruler here to show you guys. And then I would also measure the width as well for you guys. So this is about 6 3/4 width here. And this one is about 8 3/4. So quite a bit bigger. They do, kind of nest inside of each other, that kind of thing. So these here, I've not gotten to use these yet because like I said, they are brand new. I just got them in. But if I were to put yarn in them, this guy here, probably be about a 2 skein project. I could see putting my mittens in here, my socks in here, maybe the beginnings of a scrappy project, that kind of thing, a hat. But this one here, definitely I could put like an entire sweater in, no problem. Just gonna put all these skeins of yarn in here. Yeah, so that's 5 skeins of yarn. This would be a fun basket for a scrappy project as well. Like if you just wanted to throw all your scraps in here, that would be fun. Absolutely. So these are the baskets that I'm offering right now. I do not currently offer the larger market baskets, which I know are so popular and are great for those blankets and those huge projects or just storage. But they're just really expensive to ship, and I like to offer free shipping on orders over $35 or more. And I wouldn't be able to do that with those baskets because the shipping is just so much on those. But if that's something that you guys are interested in and don't mind paying the shipping, let me know. I'm happy to accommodate that. I do like the idea of free shipping. I always appreciate free shipping. So yeah, but let me know if you guys have any questions below. I am always here to help you guys pick the right basket for you. I just, was going back and forth with a customer last night and, showing her what you can fit in a basket. And I love doing that. I want you guys to get the basket that you want, that will work for you and for your project. To me, like, these are such a special item to purchase, and like just is fun to have your project in a little basket. And for some reason, like these colors to me just all mesh and are so fun together. I really love it. I don't know, it just makes me kind of like, just makes me smile sometimes when I see my project in a basket. So I understand that it is definitely, in my mind, it's kind of more of a luxury item, you know, but I love it. And so I just want to make sure that you guys are happy with what you're getting. And I am more than willing and absolutely love to help you guys figure out what basket is right for you. So anytime, please message me on Etsy or Instagram. You know, let me know the baskets that you're looking at, and I'm happy to help you guys. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments below. And if this video was helpful for you, give me a thumbs up. And you can also find more updates and just more inspiration on my Instagram. Whenever I update my baskets, I do post that in my stories as well, so that you guys know when there are new baskets in the shop. So definitely go on over and follow me on Instagram as well. I am Back Porch Fiber Co. on Instagram. Thanks you guys for watching. Bye.